is my crochet diary. I want to show you some of the things I've been making over the winter. This was a Ruby Stedman pattern. This is cables, and this is, you know, the back stitch crochet, the brim. It was fun to do. She's Ruby Stedman on YouTube. So that came out pretty good. Don't need it now, it's May, but you know, to go pick up Tori at nursery school, it's freezing. Not anymore. And I also made this one, which is, I think it was just a made up pattern, and it's single crochet. It's hometown yarn, super bulky. Front post, back post, and then single crochet, no, double crochet on the brim. And I made these pom-poms. I got fur from Joann's and I cut a 4-inch circle and just did a running stitch around. So I did those, and I like those. It's better than chop, 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 chop. And I also made, this is the Velvet Acorn. She's a this is a paid for pattern, and this is a hooded scarf. So this is the hood part, and then the scarf has a pocket. She used a wooden button. And I forget the name of this. Something about, I think it's a Summit scarf, the Velvet Acorn. Her stuff is beautiful. This is, the color was marble. I don't remember, it was Lion Brand. Lion Brand. It's pretty big, so when it's really freezing out, this is gonna be nice. So I really like this. I like the way it came out. The only thing was, at the beginning, I think you're supposed to use an end hook to crochet with, and to my starting chain I had to take the whole thing out because it was too tight, and I started with a P hook so that I got the right gauge because it was way too tight. I loved working on that. That was fun. And this was a free pattern. This is a Mickey Epstein scarf. And I changed the leaves because they were huge. I think I changed the size of the flowers too. I think I think this was the small leaf. So I thought, if that's the small leaf, I'm not making the big leaf. So I just made up these leaves right here. So that's what I did on that, and I really like it. My big project was this. It's the Harmony Mystique Tunic. The yarn's called Harmony, which I didn't use. I use Simply Soft. I tried to crochet this, but I needed help. And I watched Bob Wilson 123. In the beginning it says, when you're doing the neck, this part, the way it reads, I mean, I'm sure people are more intelligent than I am, but it says single crochet in the next 7 and 2 in the next, and do that 7 times. So what I did was I single crocheted in the next 7, and then excuse me, I did 7 increases. I thought, that doesn't look right, and it wasn't right. So I went and watched the video by Claire, which is Bob Wilson 123, and you're supposed to single crochet 7 increase, single crochet 7, increase, and you do that 7 times, or whatever size you're working on. So that was wrong, so I had to rip it out at least twice. Then, after I watched her video, I realized I was doing it wrong. I was making the shells, but at the beginning of each row you're supposed to do a beginning shell, is that what it says? Special stitches, yeah, beginning shell. I never read that. That's all backwards, but anyway. You're supposed to read the directions. I didn't know that. Anyway. So the beginning shell is chain 4, counts as 1 treble, treble, chain 1, 2 treble. So I'd rip it out again. So I was doing that wrong. And that made it much nicer, because then you could see where you started. You'd see the big treble crochet coming, and you'd say, oh, I'm at the end of the row. So the way I was doing it was wrong. Then, as I watched her video, I realized I was increasing wrong. It says to make a half shell. So I figured, well, you just do half the pattern. That's what I always did. Wrong. That was wrong. You were supposed to do a treble, a chain 1, and a treble. And I was also doing the increase wrong. That was hugely wrong. I was doing like 2 shells, 2 full shells. And what you were supposed to do was a treble, chain 1, 2 treble, and chain 1, and then a treble. I never would have thought that. I just did it the way I always did everything, and it was wrong. So it was great having the video. And then, what else did I do wrong? Oh, I didn't bother. After that, I just watched the video 12 times. Doing the armhole. That, I don't think I could have ever figured out in a million years. And watch the video, because there's no way. You're supposed to pick up like from the side and this and that, and I couldn't figure it out. And with Claire, I don't know how she's so brilliant. I don't know how she figures these things out, because to me it just looks like, what the heck? Anyway, that's the arm area. And you do half shells, and you, I don't know. I think it's right. But it's nice because there's less bulk under the arm. That's the whole idea with half shells, because you don't want a lot of material under your arms. But it did come out, so we can move back, did come out really nice. I mean, it fits, gets caught on everything. It's caught. All right. Anyways, it fits. It looks really good on. If I was skinnier, it would look even better. I wore like a black camisole underneath. And it's really, I really like it. It's probably the second garment I've ever made in my life. And it actually fits. Okay, so then I got cocky. And I've been watching Jay's Knit and Purl Jam. And she's awesome. You gotta watch her. So, what you do is you chain, make a chain as long enough to go around your body. There's no pattern. You just listen to her on her show. And then you do the repeats, which is a shell row, and then the second row is single crochet. Well, anyways, you can watch her. So you just keep repeating that. Now, I ended up needing 17 shells across, and I think I had to do 18 rows till it got, you know, long enough so it goes up to my shoulders. But the cool thing about this is once you get that far, she tells you, this is the bottom, okay? So you're using this end. Here's your, here's your chain. When you get up to your shoulders, she tells you to take it now and you flip it so that the bottom now, is that the bottom? No. No, this was the top. So, sorry, start over. You're crocheting along and you've got this edge. Okay, so you've got it and you're up to your shoulders. And when you get to your shoulders, she says you take the whole piece and flip it around, and now you're going to cut the yarn and you're going to add your shoulders here and here, and then you're going to crochet, continue to crochet, so you're going to go down and do the back, which I haven't done yet. So now you have the scalloped edge for the bottom, not the tight cast on edge, which I really like. I hope it's going to look good on me. It's a nice green color. I think I might do a few more rows because I think I want it longer. But you're supposed to steam it out, so maybe I'll steam it out first. She says just steam it out so you can see the pattern better. I love watching her. She's, I don't know, she's comforting. I just like watching her. So I'll probably need about 3 more rows now that I stand up with it. I should have done it, well, maybe in the fall. I'll do it in the, I think it's called Boutique Midnight. It's red heart. It looks really good, I think, in that color. But for now, I'm copying Jay's Knit and Purl Jam. She had this color on, so I copied her. So as you can see, I think I'm gonna need, I don't know, maybe 5 more rows. But you can see the lace pattern. It's really nice. And I haven't made anything for myself in a long time. So that's all my knit and not knit. That's my crochet stuff. My knit is over there. I'm not going to be talking about that right now, but it's a beautiful May day. Tori's at nursery school. Just thought I'd make a video. See you later.